It's absolutely insane. And this is Adjoud du Midi, cutest little house I've ever seen in my entire life.
This is what you could only get if you're walking or if you have a bike.
You could definitely get used to this French lifestyle, slowing it down a little bit.
But I mean, how cute are those little places? This little place right here.
Cheers to you, folks. Cheers to you. I'm gonna walk the neighborhood and definitely check out some of these plots and properties that you don't see unless you're exploring the neighborhood. Yeah, you could, if you're staying in the city center, you can go ahead, come on up here and walk around, and that's what people do. They just walk 1 kilometer, walk, half a kilometer here, and a kilometer is not very long. Like, to go all the way to that gondola is like, I think 0.78 miles. And you're like, Chris, that's like almost a mile to get there. Like, I walk every single morning in Colorado around my property 2 laps, and it's like 1.4 miles. So walking that way is, nothing. Yeah, it's slightly uphill, but it's only 100-foot elevation. It's, it's less than Sedona. Sedona is like 4,500-foot elevation or something like that. So, you're breathing a lot easier. Your workouts are easier. Snowboarding is easier. That's why I think I can just continue to keep going. It's because, like, these peaks up here are only like, 6,000-7,000. Like, that's where I live. I live at 7,200 feet. There's a paraglider there in the morning. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. I am also beta testing my body with elevation changes and for muscle recovery. And I think lower elevation does my body better, especially with recovering from workouts, because like I'm forgetting to stretch, and I'm using my legs every day. And I watch other people's videos and they're like, I'm so sore. I feel so sore. I'm not sore at all. Like, it's pretty amazing. I mean, praise the Lord. But again, I'm not stretching every night. Like, I'm forgetting to do that. I am doing my morning, like exercises and kind of warming up the, muscles a little bit, doing my little twirls and shakes and, body pats for, muscles and stuff like that, but other than that, I think there's something with elevation and muscle recovery. That's for sure. Higher up elevation, you do need more time to recover. So I think, obviously it's the blessing of the Lord too, but love this. Okay, let's come from the Airbnb. And by the way, again, I did sleep with a white noise machine last night. Didn't hear a lick of anything. It was absolutely gorgeous. All right, coming out to the kitchen this morning and from my bed. So I'm not one of these guys that needs like it all dark, to sleep really well. Some biohackers are like, yeah, make sure there's no light coming in anywhere. I love light coming in. That's how my circadian rhythm knows what time it is. Like, I rolled over this morning and I knew it was probably around 8 o'clock, max 8:30. It was 7:45. Like, I know what time it is. So it's absolutely stunner being able to lie in bed, look out that way, towards the gondola. And when I'm in bed, I can't see that neighbor at all. And they're not even there anyway. Coming out here from the bed, I literally can see out these windows here. I can't see the mountains because, I can see the foothills, but not the mountains. But technically that is a mountain, but not like the peak. But I was out here getting some morning sun, already had an espresso. And let me just show you this view. This is absolutely incredible. Let's pan you up, literally on the balcony right now. And this is something that's different than the other Airbnb at Les Grands, is I can see the peak. Whoops, let me get you even more over here. I can see the peak way over here. And I'm going to try to get you a map and kind of give you a little heads up on what these are. But I couldn't see any of these at Les Grands and these peaks right here. Okay. Actually, no, scratch that. I could see these ones right here. And this is Adjoud du Midi right here. This is the observatory. And then we come around here. Let's pan you down a little bit. And then there is, let me see if I'm pointing at the right one. Not that one. That is Mont Blanc right there. But like the peak is behind it right there. So from my other Airbnb, you can see this direction stopping right about here. But you are further back, and sorry if there's a little bit of a sun glare, but it's absolutely redonkulous how close you are right here. But then you didn't have all right over there to the left. And again, this house right here is the cutest little house I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at the little roof on the kitchen window, the little bay window, and the shutters, and the roof, and their backyard. And again, yeah, van just drove by, but super, super quiet little street right here. I'm definitely glad that I'm on this street and not the major one, not major one, but the kind of major one to get to La Zouche and in and out of town. There's a train down there. I don't know where the street is, but we're off the main drag, which I'm very, very happy to be, which is really nice. And again, that big old chalet there, looking absolutely fantastic with, again, look at the drying rack and this like old thing. And then that house over here has a drying rack. Right over here, this little green field. And there are people staying in the place, so I don't want to, film in their windows, but absolutely stunner. Absolutely stunner. So, got my balcony right here, and the Europeans do smoke, so they do have ashtrays, so don't think that I'm doing that. But again, I got my little chairs right here. This is my kitchen window right over here. And then there is a ski snowboard locker room. I'll show that to you later, as well as a boot warmer and a glove warmer, which is really, really nice to have. And then again, the parking spots right down here. And then the unit has one right here, and then I think the other units over here, you park a couple cars right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 6? I think it's only 5 units. 1, 2, yeah, it's only 5 units. So it's just a cute little compound. Let's whip you around. There's the other 2 units there, and then again the chalet, second story below me. First story, we'll get you some better shots, and then the ground level here. People are just cruising, having a good old time this morning. So there is this beautiful strip of grass down over here, and so I'm going to go ahead and get down over here by my front door around the corner and do a little grounding. Look at that. That's absolutely insane. It's like La Zouche, Seven Summits Airbnb, but it's just so much closer. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm going to go downstairs with a cup of coffee, devotions, ground a little bit. Let me just point you out my window. Hold on. This place is so cool. So cool. And I mean, you got this little itty bitty shed right over here. This is that cute little button house, but huge. Like, you open up the windows, and they're European windows, so they like whip way open. Now, each window does have this little vent for some reason. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but I think it goes all the way through. So if people are yelling or making a lot of noise, which they weren't, but you do have neighbors, so it's just not as quiet as Seven Summits La Zouche. But I mean, you are in a complex chalet with 5 other people, that are staying. There's a family that checked in yesterday. Haven't heard them at all. There was 6 dudes in the bottom one, but they were a little bit older. And I heard them come back last night, but they weren't loud at all. So there are little vents in the windows. So if people are on their balcony below, the sound does come up. Just understand that you're living among people, or you're staying among people. So it's not going to be that absolute. Right now, it's absolutely stunner. There's, I'm probably the one making the noise right now, but I'm trying to be, quiet. I'm going to probably turn the microphone on. But again, this beautiful home here, and just a stunner. They got their shades. Look at that picturesque. That's a picture worth 1,000 words. They got their jacuzzi there. I would put their jacuzzi on the back deck, just personally. But then, yeah, so here is my front door right here, and you got motion lights, and so these are my steps coming up right here. So it's kind of this whole beautiful area here, and I got grass right here, so I'm just gonna plop a squat right in front of my my door right here, and I'm gonna ground and get some morning sun. And you could definitely get used to this French lifestyle, man. Slowing it down a little bit. I'm gonna look at real estate in the area right here. Look at that little dog. How cute. So there's a big open field right here. Oh, she's jogging with her dog. How cool is that? Yes. She's just hoofing about. The population isn't that much. I mean, obviously people live here, but I think a lot of people like especially with the really expensive homes, the really expensive chalets, I think they just like it's the Swiss. This is their go-to. Maybe even the because I've seen a lot of people from the UK, and there's a lot of Americans too that just come to visit. So I mean, it could be international. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. Look at this. I'm literally hanging out my window right now, and this is dreamy. This is dreamy. I definitely recommend the third story, and praise the Lord I was able to get it. So anyway, I'm using the secondary room and closet, stash my bags. A lot of room in here. Great shower. Had a delicious rainfall shower. Had some good food last night. I'm taking a slow morning today. I'm taking a slow morning. I've rushed the last 2 mornings. Not rushed, but like got up at 7:30, kind of go mode, packed the car, got to the location, skied all day. And I'm like, you know what? Today, I think I'm going to go to Grands Montes. I would call it Grands Montoya, but no, it's not. Definitely not that. It's like Grands Montes. It's supposed to be like epic skiing, like, very like advanced ski resort where like you go for the powder, you go for the like the steep, like black and red runs. There's not too many green and blue runs. There's supposed to be great views as well. Praise the Lord, it's absolutely stunning. Last night I was looking at the weather and I thought it was supposed to potentially like snow or rain in the afternoon, but it's glorious right now. And you kind of feel like when it's like that, like take advantage of it. In Colorado, we're so used to blue skies where it's like some of these places I want to see these views from different angles. I am going to be going to the Italian mountain Collier. I don't know if you pronounce it that way. It's 30 minutes through the tunnel, and definitely watch my videos because I'm doing a lot of AI research with Grok, formerly known as Twitter. And I'm finding out that there's actually a pretty hefty toll to get round trip through to the Italian side and back. So with the Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass, it lowers it like 20 to 30 euros, but it's like, even with the discount, it's like 50 euro round trip. You can take a bus for 15, but I don't know if that's one direction for 15 or not. I'll find out about that. But I think you still might have to pay for the bus even with a Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. But again, ask Grok. We're going to ask Grok, the AI agent. That's doing wonders. I'd never heard of any of this in any other people's videos, but I think I only watched one video where they did go to the Italian side. And the only reason I want to is to, come on, say that you've skied the Italian Alps. It's included with the Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. If you have the Epic Pass unrestricted, you're able to go over there. I have the Epic Local Pass, doesn't include that. But we're going to have to pay a toll, but you go on Mont Blanc Natural Resort website, and I'll walk you through that. And I'll include that in my Mont Blanc Unlimited review. Do you need the pass for that as not? So anyway, we got 3 more days with my Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. Yeah, I can purchase some more days, but again, I want to use my Epic Local Pass for the Swiss mountains. So I got a lot to do in 3 days. I want to do the ice caves, Aju de Midi Observatory, so I can take full advantage of my pass. I'm going to ski half day today. I'm going to go to the Italian mountain, I think tomorrow. And maybe my birthday, which is Wednesday, I might do Aju du Midi. Or if the weather's not perfect, just wait and pay. I think one of those activities is like 30 euros or something like that. So yeah, you try to take advantage if you can, or just, hey, get up there. You've already seen the views, but again, Aju du Midi is the best on a day or a morning like this. So you get up there and it's blue skies and you just see everything. So I'm going to pray hard that the weather just stays like this for the remainder of my trip. Sure, I'd like a little bit of powder, but, I'll just pray for powder, dumps at nighttime, and then, But you know what, though? Driving around here without it like heavy snow, icy, slippery, it's easier. It's easier. It's just easier to get around. It's easier having the door open without it being like chillier. It's just gorgeous. So for the avid skier that loves powder, maybe March, late March, mid-March to late March is maybe not the best time for you. Again, I've seen videos where people are ripping it and it's dumping snow, and I've seen other videos where it's like this. I'm literally in a shorts and a t-shirt hanging out having an espresso in the morning. To me, this ain't all bad. By the way, Brevant and Friggy, the snow conditions, less slushy, better groomed runs, a lot better for that. It was definitely less slushier and you could rip some of the runs, but do be careful, especially with the cloud cover, like I mentioned in yesterday's video. Sometimes the depth perception is it's chunky and you can't see the chunks, and then you run over a chunk, you could catch an edge and tumble, so do be careful with that if it's a little bit of cloud cover like that. All right, I'm gonna get some more coffee, I'm gonna ground, I'm gonna enjoy this. We got a lot more time. Take it all in, baby. Well, goodness gracious. Had my morning coffee, a little bit of morning sun, not too much, because obviously you're still higher in elevation, that sun is strong. And I was just looking over here at the roof once again. Those might be like little heating coils, so the snow doesn't just build up and then just dump down. And I noticed that on a few of the roofs. Even the cute little button house I keep talking about over here to the right has that as well. But just getting that absolutely spectacular view. So now I'm inside, just finished my oatmeal here, doing a little filming, doing a little journaling, doing a little Bible reading. Absolutely spectacular. Like, it's super peaceful in this chalet. Absolutely stunning with that beautiful blue sky. I'm taking it slow. I'm definitely taking it slow. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee and then start pushing out towards Grand Montes, Grand Montes, I believe. And that is, I think that's like a 12-minute drive. I think it's the north side of the valley, but don't quote me on that one. It's the opposite direction of Les Grands. But again, no rush today. No rush today. Today also would be a really beautiful day to go to the Breathtaking EG. Actually, E is Portuguese. I don't know what and is in French, but because the views are absolutely just dynamite. So I believe I'm going to go check out, because the next, praise the Lord, because again, it was supposed to be getting like overcast, rainy right about now, but praise the Lord. I'll tell you what, he's answered some beautiful prayers for the weather. Even leaving Colorado Springs, it was super windy. I'm talking about like super windy. And then all of a sudden, just the wind died. We took off. There wasn't barely any turbulence leaving. It was just like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. The enemy tried to step in, and the Lord said, peace, be still. You got to do it. I do miss my Yeti, but I mean, you kind of have to do that. But I'll switch over to my Yeti, but enjoy it in a ceramic mug. That's a view right there. Cheers to you, folks. Cheers to you, folks. For vlogging in general with a microphone, the Pocket 3, obviously it does have the extended battery down at the bottom. That's why it looks a little bit larger. This thing is vlog awesome, right? But it just doesn't zoom. I mean, it zooms like 1x. Just grab your cell phone. It's the easiest thing to do if you're trying to get zoom shots, but way off in the distance. Let's see if we can see it. Am I going too high? I think I'm going too high. I think I have to go a little lower. Is the main highway, like in and out of town. Yeah, I think it's right there. For some reason, I can't see any vehicles. Okay, there's a lorry. There we go, right there. So that's the main highway, and that is way far away. Let's get you a nice little wide angle shot here. Street right below the chalet, very little traffic, because I mean, it's a back street, right? Which I'm definitely pumped on. Off in the distance, way over here, is an apartment complex that does have a soccer field. I pointed to that, I believe, in yesterday's video. Yeah, I definitely did. And so you start picking up landmarks around the area. I do want to do cross-country skiing as well, so that's another activity. So I might only go to Switzerland one day, and I'm going to see which mountain has the better view of the Matterhorn. Plus, I think there's a toll fee. Not as expensive as going through over to the Italian side, but again, I have to do the Swiss side just because it's included with my pass, and someone's doing a helicopter guided tour. That would be pretty cool as well. But I mean, you're already so close to the mountains, I mean, not necessary, but I mean, if you have the probably 300 to 500 euros for an hour helicopter flight, teach their own. So we got a lot of time here, but there's just so much to do. But don't forget to relax. I've told you that multiple times. Don't rush so much don't fill your day. I mean, you could tell your boy was in deep sleep. Your boy still needs to get a haircut, but I kind of like the longer hair, I'm going to be honest with you. So I keep telling you, just don't push it to the limits where you just wear yourself out. Here comes that helicopter. Let's see if we can see it. He's like right there. I just don't see him. Hold on. Let's go check it out. Oh, there he is. I know it's harder if you have limited amount of time. If you have limited amount of time, just run it and then rest when you get home. And it was kind of funny because I actually thought I was gonna have I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I got plenty of time left, but even the first several days I was like, yeah, there's plenty of time, I'm just gonna I'm gonna edit a video every day, I'm gonna get it up, I'm gonna continue to work. But after you're enjoying your morning and the view, and then you push out to go skiing, and then you come back again, like yesterday, I got back, I checked in, got settled in, dinner, and then you're only a couple hours away from night, bedtime. And I was like, well, am I gonna edit? Nah, let me just chill. Let me relax a little bit, Starting tonight, I'm going to try to get in bed, asleep by 10:30, 11 max, right? Then you get up at 7:30, you sleep 8.5 hours, 9 hours. You wake up, then you can have your lazy morning and then push off to the slopes, by 10, just slow roll it. And that's typically what I like to do. I like to get to the slopes about 10. I mean, if you're getting to the slopes I don't even think they open up at 8 like they do in America. I think they open up at 8:45. I'm not really sure about all mountains, but it seems like the European mountains are 8:45, at least at La Zouch. And I think St. Treves Mont Blanc as well, or 9 a.m., which is I personally like that. That way you're not rushing, and then they're open an hour later. Like I said, the gondola yesterday was 5 p.m. I was one of the last people off the mountain. And I've been shutting down the mountains here, which is pretty cool. I've never, typically I don't do that. Well, maybe a little bit if you get a later jump in the day. Like today will be a later jump in the day. By the time I get over there, get on the mountain, I'll be honest with you, probably going to be 1 o'clock. So I'll go 1 to 5, 4 hours, half day. That's plenty of time. I blitzed my legs for 6 hours. Yeah, it was 6 hours yesterday. 6 hours is a full day for me. It's not 8 hours on the slopes, but again, I'm not taking a break for lunch. I'm literally getting water. Well, yesterday, but it was 10-minute break. These people are, it's interesting because we have cafeterias in America. Yeah, you could go to some places down at the base and have a nice steak or something like that. But typically it's always coffee and then just quick snack food and then get back on the mountain. Where here it's actual restaurants where you can sit down and have a fancy meal if you really wanted to. Even yesterday where the gondola takes you up, or sandwiches, cafeteria food, have a beer or whatever like that. I wouldn't personally recommend it just for hydration purposes, especially on a warm day like this, but you could if you wanted to. But we're not used to that sit down for probably an hour, No, you have a coffee, chill for 30 minutes and then get back up. Reapply some sunscreen, go to the bathroom, get some water, and definitely wish they had organized water stations at the mountains instead of going to the bathroom and sipping cupping my hands. In America, every single resort has an organized, you go down, you find the water station, they have cups, they have filtered water where you can refill your water bottles and all that stuff. So that is something that I definitely wish they had here. But what's wild though is that I'm sitting here having my coffee and the mountains go up so much where this right here blocks it, so I can't see the tips. So let me go ahead and push you forward. There you go. You can't even see it still. So again, sitting on this side of the table, going this direction here, you can see the mountain range, but you just can't see all the way there. So you would have to sit in this chair and then push it forward. But it is nice. I have both doors open. That door is open. That door's open. That window's closed. That window's open. My bedroom window's open. I didn't even sleep with the heaters last night. I actually highly recommend that. If it's warm like that, I think that's why maybe I slept so soundly, is because I'm not used to heaters being maybe right there in the room. Back home, I shut my heater down to 55 at night, even on a cold night. I do sleep with my pup, so she does warm me up, but I think that's why I slept so soundly. So I literally all night last night before bed, I cracked my bedroom window, let fresh air come in, closed it, turned off all heaters in the house, and it was I didn't wake up cold at all, and I love snuggling underneath my comforter. I think that's why I slept so well last night. So that is a little hack for you to be able to get that deep, beautiful, beautiful sleep. So what's really cool is that this chalet has a ski locker. So all of the different units have their different ski lockers. I think the other ones, maybe, I only see apartment 3, 4, and 5. I don't know where 1 and 2 are. They might have a different one around the different corner, but it is heated in here, which is nice, has plugs, and then kind of a maintenance room in here with a television, etc. So this is my ski locker right here, and I set the code right here. I can change the code. And what's cool, let me go ahead and do this real quick, is... Now, unfortunately, you can't just manually turn it on, so it's all timed. So from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., you can heat your boots, heat your gloves right here. And let's see if it turned on last night and see if my boots... Nah, my boots are still a little bit damp, so I would probably skip that. It didn't turn on, and unfortunately, like even when you push on the buttons right here, I think it's just on a timer that... Unfortunately, probably, I mean, maybe it turned on, but it didn't dry all the way, unfortunately. So, anywho, you could store your snowboard in here if you want to, but yeah, those are still damp, unfortunately. So I would just bring them upstairs and place them because my pants, my jacket, everything is dry. So, just giving you a little heads up on that one, but cool nonetheless that you do have a locker in an organized room. Literally, there's where I parked my car right there, so it's just right over here. All right, remember, if you are bringing in more than one car, you have one organized spot per unit, but you can park on this street. You just have to obviously hug the alleyway here. And really quickly here, I don't know where the street light is. It's somewhere. I think it's right up here. I looked out the window almost about midnight last night, and it was just glowing right here by this tree, and absolutely incredible. Again, this is a hybrid, so, and I think, so like literally, well, he's tucked in a really good spot. Free spot. I think he's a van lifer. So again, it's kind of tricky. So I would recommend only doing one car, or you would have to come down like right over here, and I think you can park right here. Let's see, parking, privy. I think maybe parking means privy. But anyway, oh yeah, and then, no, let's see here. Parking privy. So parking privy, I think that means private. That's why they have little stalls up right there. So I would recommend only doing one car, especially if you're, oh wow, look at this chalet right here. Just tucked in there with a little drive. This is the cute little street. So just for, you know, they're like, oh yeah, no, there's street parking or whatnot. There is, but you know, I mean, again, you'd have to come down like right here. Okay, this doesn't look like it's private parking, so you could come down right here, maybe over here, but just for the convenience factor, I would take only one car into the chalet. Now, regarding Seven Summits, absolutely, you tear that thing up big time. You go ahead and whip around, you get 5, 7 different cars and have yourself a little stoop. Beautiful older chalet right here. Okay, there looks like there's parking down here. Let me just show you in front of this complex, and it doesn't really say private. So this is just 2-minute walk down here, so you could. Yeah, all this looks like it's available parking on the street. It doesn't say anything. Just stay away from private, stay away from anything that says parking privy. And yeah, I think you're good right here. So I take that back. 2-minute walk down the road. I think that's an apartment complex, that's why. So yeah, there is parking, but a little bit further down. Absolutely glorious day. Okay, van lifer's letting me through. Let's go ahead and squeeze through. I'm not sure who yields to who. I think if you're on the right-hand side, you yield to the people coming at you. That's what everyone seems to be doing. All right, we're going to Grands Montets. I'm just gonna call it until I'm corrected, or I correct myself. And I gotta get through navigation, but we'll be back with you. Alrighty, that's where the ski buses come. That's where the ski buses come. Pay attention to the pedestrians. Like this guy just has his head down, not even paying attention, so do be careful. A lot of folks, a lot of Asian groups, which is really good to see. A little van life over there. There are organized parking lots, and I think this is all free parking. So if you really wanted to nickel and dime, you could find free parking and hoof it if you're not within walking distance. The beautiful church once again. The weather is absolutely incredible, and I'm actually getting used to driving around the, once you know where you're going, it's pretty easy to do it. Oh, is there a, what's that, festival?
Oh, there's a festival happening. Oh, that was last 2 days. I'm not sure what it was. Here again, the pool is right up there, but that's once again the beautiful area there. And then my old Airbnb is right before us, and that's the little sidewalk shortcut. And then we're going right in here into the Hyper Center, they call it, right over here. That's the old Airbnb. Here's the bike shop, old Defender truck, super cool. Definitely mellower on a Monday afternoon. I mean, a lot of people are probably up on the slopes right now, but really mellow out here right now. That's the hang gliding park. I'm getting used to it, folks. I'm getting used to it. This is what you could only get if you're walking or if you have a bike, but just these side streets. So I'm just going kind of the back way, and I think I'm east. So more east of the Hyper Center. You're gonna get these like spread out flat chalets. And behind me is like some really beautiful scenery up and around here. So it's absolutely incredible to see some of these views here, not to mention the plots of land. And just obviously be careful, as in like, you know, if you're filming, but I mean, how cute are those little places? This little place right here, these hedges, this is like an actual suburb neighborhood, literally 2-minute drive outside the main city center. 3 minutes. Like, look at this. Look at that chalet. Look at that chalet right there. Goodness gracious. Okay, so I must be in the kind of the bougie neighborhood. A lot of nice chalets right over here. Private drives. Look at this. Yeah, there's like big hedges, just big homes. Kind of reminds me of like a little bit of some developments. Like, it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but like even Brazil, when I used to visit down there, I used to see some like really kind of like European inspired like communities being built. Like, look at these like big houses. So this is where your kind of your big houses are around here. And all right, let's press on. Dude, yeah. Found the golf course. There's a, okay, now I'm in the, that's where Friggy comes down with the gondola right back there. So it says golf courses right here. A lot of people having lunches out right next to it. This is the La Cabral des... Anyway, I'm gonna botch it. Cutie little restaurant. I don't know if I see anybody playing golf or not, but sorry, camera was a little too high up there. My bad on that one. But yeah, here's the golf course right here as I'm driving down the street. Yeah, I don't see anybody out there golfing, but there's some maintenance people out there. Goodness gracious. So that's La Paz? Cutie little town, little church. I'll probably drive through that on the way back, try to get some shots now that I know where I'm going. Looks like parking right there. Here comes the train right here, as you can see. So we're right along the train tracks right now. And that was a cutie part of town, yeah. So the gondola right next to the golf course, that's where the La Paz, so that would have been a hoof. That would have been a walk for sure back to the Airbnb or back to my car. So I'm glad I made it back over to the Brabant side of the golf course. Wow. Yeah, just take your time, trade off driving so you both can kind of look at the sights a little bit. Again, I'm shaking people off my tails. There's nobody behind me, so I'm being safe, obviously. Let's cross the train tracks. They have, you know, train barriers, so you could be safe about that. Here's all the bus stops. All right, I got windows down. Everyone's eating outside. The golf course is green. This is beautiful. It says 13 degrees Celsius on my dashboard. I don't know what that is, but I just know it's warm. There's a little archway bridge for the train. And so I'm just pushing up this hill now. I think we're 6 minutes away from the parking of Grands Montets. Here are the buses that come to and from. Again, I'm going absolutely yes on a rental car just for the convenience factor. You're not crammed, you're not part of like the routine. Here's a mountain biker just doing it, taking up the whole lane. There is a bike lane though. I would still be very careful, but there is an organized bike lane. So here we go here. We're gonna go through a little tunnel. Hey, look at this. Again, you're not confined to the buses. It's, I mean, let's see here, 460, was it 462? And I got the upgrade, and then 32 for the Swiss authorization. So we're looking at under $500 US to rent this car, plus gas, but I'm not even on a half tank yet. I haven't even used a half tank because it's a hybrid. This is a great Lexus. Rental car for the win for sure. If you're only here for a half week, 7 days, maybe not. Maybe you can just kind of, you know, get around town, but because I'm staying on the outskirts, want to go to the Italian mountains, Swiss mountain, I don't have to deal with trains and buses and transfers. Rental car for the win for sure. Worth every penny, in my personal opinion. Plus, I'm actually going to be reviewing this for my other channel, Tips and Tricks, just like the Airbnbs. I'll be praying that the video does really well. Van lifers over here, right over here and here. Looks like they're clearing some stuff. Nice chateaus over there. G-Wagon, Defender 90. Yeah, this is really neat over here. Kind of a newer development maybe, or just sprawled out. You got Inner Sports is a huge rental place. And so it looks like they're clearing some stuff. Family walking right there. All right, let me pay attention to navigation. Let me drive around there real quickly here. Let me show you this. You got Agilere. That's not how you pronounce it, but Agilere, Mont Blanc right there. Let's go ahead and whip around. We'll come back around here. La Paz. And we're gonna go this way here. Wow, I think we're going the right way here. Yeah, Les Grands Montets right here. Okay, 500 meters, I'll arrive at my destination. Looks like there's parking over here that might be free as well. So we'll see how busy this is. For a Monday, I don't expect it to be that busy. Okay, helicopter restaurant that way. Drat, might have gone the wrong way. I think I was supposed to go in there, but let me see if I can just do a quick little hanky-panky going the wrong way and get in that parking lot there. Oh, no, okay, never mind. I'm good. I think that's the way out, the way in, and then what looks to be, yeah, all the parking right here. Okay, so here's where all the van lifers and vans park for free, RVs, Hotel Grand Monts, and then all the RVs and lorries and trucks would park here. Yeah, so this is all free parking for right now. So you can get further away if you're a van lifer. They're in the shade. There's a hotel right here. Again, this is all free parking. You can't park right there, but you can park anywhere where these people are, and you can do overnight as well. So again, van lifers, and the gondola is literally right here. So I'm gonna go up, look at all these are van lifers, and there's more parking over there. So plenty of parking in this area here. Now, prime season might be a little different. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, it looks like I'm parked right there or there. Yeah, so there's super close parking. And then again, the gondola is literally right there. So we are gonna flip back around and go grab myself a little spot right back over here. Now, let's see, there's a spot. There's a spot over here by the van lifer. So it's always, you know, van lifers are super, you know, secure and friendly, but I love the Defenders. These are so expensive in the States, and I do not think they're very expensive out here. And they're just absolutely cool, just tanks, the Defenders. That is a beautiful Defender. Okay, there's a spot right here. Maybe I'll just take, no, I'll just take this one. Quit being picky, Chris, quit being picky. There's plenty of parking around here. Oh yeah, to be honest with you, a lot of people probably already bailed. Now, what I've heard is that there's a lot of this mountain is in the shade, and then so we got to take the gondola from right here, and we got to get up this ridge, and then all the lifts are up on top there. Now, I think we're able to ski all the way down. Yeah, I think there's a run right over there. So anyway, let's stop yakking and get it going. And then from the parking lot, Les Grands Montets, right over there. So you got to go more left over to the cable car over there. So not much of a hoof, but can't complain with free parking either. And it's good warm up. Ski in, ski out chalets right here. And inside over here should be the area, little apartment restaurants. Again, parking lot literally is right there. So buses drop you off over here on this side. And let's see if we can see the La Paz gondola up to Frigi. No, I don't see it. Okay, so getting right up here, super mellow gondola. I'm gonna get on in here and, whoop. Let's see, oh, bathrooms right here. Should be bathrooms over there, but just in case, I might just dart in here real quick. All right, there's where you could pick up your passes as well. Right there, your Mont Blanc Unlimited. And then let's take a little look-see and see what we got here. So 1 day adult here is 71. So let's see, I paid with insurance. I paid $72.50. So yeah, I don't know if that includes the insurance though on that. And then 4 hours is €61 for here. Oh, no, Mont Blanc Unlimited. I don't know what the difference is with, maybe you can't ski here unless but it's 90. So either I'm saving money or I'm losing a few bucks. I'm not really sure. So there's your prices there. Again, 4 hours, €61 for the Chamonix La Paz. 1 day, 71. Mont Blanc Unlimited, 1 day, 90. So I'm paying $72.50. So yeah, that in case I'm saving some money. All right, let's grab a map here and then we'll head up. I should probably ask and find out what the deal is with the day passes. Like, what's the difference besides maybe free public transportation with the Mont Blanc Unlimited for like 1 day, purchasing it each individual day? If so, yeah, you're saving quite a bit of money. $72.50 instead of 90. So in that regards, you're definitely saving some cheese. In the regards to La Chamonix La Paz, then that's a little bit different. All right, so those are the bathrooms. Go to the bathroom there. Gondolas are right here, and it closes, oh my goodness, closes 4:45, opens 8:30. So let's scan our ticket. All right, today I'm bringing out the drone, I'm bringing snacks, and I'm bringing my water. The main reason I'm doing this is I want to get some drone shots here. I saw another YouTuber get drone shots from this mountain as well. And this should be where you could ski all the way down. Let me flip around here. And yeah, so that's the run you end on. You can go all the way to the bottom. Super cool. And people on the Google reviews, they're like, it's a great way to finish off the day. Blitz your legs. So we'll go all the way till close today just to take advantage of it because it's already 1:37. So we'll do 3 hours today, hair over 3 hours. And so again, we got to get to the peak and then it starts going up from there. So it's very sharp. Let me turn you back around here. Super simple, parking super simple, getting on the lift super simple, use the bathrooms over by the ticket window. And somebody comment below if they can figure out like, you know, I mean, yeah, what's the, I'm not really sure what the deal is because like, if you just show up to the mountain, can you just like ski this mountain for just today? Or maybe people are skiing multiple mountains and they're just buying a one day? I'm not really sure, but there definitely is savings with the Mont Blanc Unlimited, 72.50 to 90 euro per day. So I am saving money. But again, like I keep mentioning in a lot of my vlogs, is you are pressured to use it or lose it. So if it's terrible weather, and you're like, man, I don't really feel like skiing today, or like I'm kind of sore, I don't feel like skiing today, you lose it. Instead of like, I want to go, let me spend a little bit more and choosy. So there's been a couple days so far where I'm like, you know what, today instead of 2 days at this mountain, I was like, you know, today would be one of those days, like a lazy morning, maybe just relax, maybe go like do something else. But by getting the consecutive days, it kind of like, no, like let's go out. So it kind of gives you that motivation to do it instead of like, oh yeah, let's just stay inside and edit a video. So A, gives you motivation, but B, puts a little pressure on you. So it's kind of a toss-up. Now after my pass runs out, I'll probably still run the Swiss Alps maybe for day 9. This is day 6, 2, 2, 5, and 6. Now the weather report does look correct. There are some clouds rolling in right now, but that shouldn't be for a little while. And it's still beautiful blue skies. So again, the weather held off. It was supposed to actually come in earlier, but it's beautiful right now. And we're coming up. We're definitely cruising up this mountain just like at TipsNNtricks. So we're cruising up right here. Now obviously if you don't want to ski all the way down and blitz your legs for that final run, take the gondola down. You can do that in pretty much all cases. Okay, I think I see the gondola station for Friggy way over there. Right there, yeah. Yeah, I see runs. That's where I was yesterday, right over there. And then you could go more that direction. I don't see any more mountains going east. I think that's east, that direction. I know there's another one like La Tour, I think. I'm not really sure where that is. Right now, like in the valley, like we're on the most eastern edge. So I've been all the way to the western edge, now the eastern edge. I'm pretty sure it's east and west. La Zouch is like the western, and then this is like the eastern. Anywho, so right now I'm kind of in a toss-up about the Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. I'm still in a toss-up. I don't know if hand cherry picking, but it might give you more motivation to just like go out and do it and get your snow days in. All right, we're peaking up here, I think. I think we got a little bit more way to go. Let's turn around. Nope, we're still going. Goodness gracious, yeah, we're going way up here. Okay, there's another gondola. I definitely don't think that's the same one. Look at this. Yeah, so clouds are moving in, but let's get up here and get some shots before they do move in. Okay, so here is the après-ski. This is, I saw another YouTuber right here. He was filming from there, so it must have been on a weekend, or maybe later on tonight. This is a great place for a picnic. Picnic benches right here. A lot of Adirondack chairs. Put your stuff here. I think the DJ comes out here. Yeah, they got speakers right here. So this is where people have some coffee. There's toilets, but there looks like there's a little bit of a wait. So again, picnic benches. This is where you would just chill and have yourself a little snack. That's where the other YouTuber flew the drone, but do be careful that the drone does not hit obviously the gondola. So again, this mountain is known for, I think the most like, maybe not the most technical, but it's like one of the top resorts in the world is what this is known for. I mean, I'm seeing stuff. I'm seeing small gondolas, chairlifts. We'll wander around here today for sure. I don't think I'm gonna be needing to do a second day here, so I'm just gonna like eat on the chairlift, drink water on the chairlift because I have my backpack just like non-stop So I would like to get down to that après-ski and see if the DJ is hitting some beats. But if I do fly the drone, probably obviously get away from the chairlifts and cable cars and just get up here and check it out. I will keep you informed if there is a board park, jumps, all that kind of stuff. But so far for jumps is going to be Les Ouches. That has been the best so far. The border cross was pretty fun. Okay, what is this over here? Is this like a little border cross? Yeah, some jumps, yeah. So like you can kind of little border cross, little rip run right here. I don't see any jumps, but there's kind of like, yeah, there's jumps, but not very large jumps. So that's kind of like a little border cross track right here. Yeah, so he's getting a few little hippity hops going through the border cross right there. And we're pulling up, so I got to get myself prepared, and we'll just start wandering around. And hopefully no butt tow ropes. I don't like butt tow ropes. Again, with the cloud cover, be careful of the depth perception. You do need to be careful with the shadows. So hopefully I'm gonna try to get my own gondola right now, but it's just easier for filming. But we're gonna go definitely a little bit higher, scope it out and see what we can get ourselves into. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we now have taken another gondola, Blanchard, altitude 2765. By the way, I'm absolutely botching the pronunciations of these these locations. So you can get up here. What this place is known for is off-trail, beautiful powder. He said I was in the gondola with a English guy, and he was telling me, like, just go off, rip some bowls. So we'll go ahead and just get after it. And he's actually going to do the Ajou du Midi, the major like 5-hour with a guide. It's a 5-hour run all the way down. He's actually going to do that tomorrow. So anyway, very, very cool. So yeah, it looks like you can get into that bowl. I don't really know where I'm going quite yet. So we're pretty high up here. 2765 meters going down right here. The east side of the valley. Sun is still out and barely any clouds, praise the Lord. So a lot of off-piste. You can get, if this was powder, this would be insane. Little mogly bogly. Runs are beautifully groomed though. This is really good skiing for groomed runs. So they're cruising down here. Again, a little bit mogly bogly, but I found some really cool bowls. Do some side treks. But again, funneling off here, this is why it's known for this. Super sharp, steep runs, but you come in these bowls when it's powder. And I mean, you literally could lip off this, land in just epic powder and cruise all the way down. I'm gonna work my way down to that little border cross track, rip down. It's not very big mountain, but it's definitely, I'm glad I came out here. This is absolutely stunning. Different views because you're getting this side, not so much the Ajou du Midi or Mont Blanc, but the eastern side. So very cool nonetheless. All right, so the smaller border cross is over here. I think this one might be the bigger one with the big turns. No one's really coming up to this one. Everyone's kind of going there. I just met an English skier. She said it was kind of boring. So we're gonna go do this one here. Not really sure what to expect. So pray it up and let's get going. Super fun, but jumping with a backpack, not so much. So if you're gonna be in the park, ditch the backpack. But super fun. There was actually it's like a border cross where there's jumps and you clear jumps, but yeah, backpack, even though it's strapped pretty tight, unless you're gonna like really utilize your drone, skip the backpack and get snacks in the car. I'm gonna take that gondola up one more time, or the chairlift over there on that side. We'll go rip some more. There is kind of a more beginner friendly one over here as well. And that was the kind of more, I'd say more upper intermediate advanced border cross that I just did. Alrighty, groomed, probably the best out of the mountains so far, groomed. And if you're looking for advanced skiing, deep bowls, steep runs, this is your ticket for sure. Different views, if you're coming just for the views, probably Brevant E Frigi. I don't know, I gotta figure out these pronunciations. That was absolutely incredible. Your more beginner friendly mountain is going to be Les Ouches. You pronounce it, English guy, it's not Saint Gervais. Saint Gervais, I don't know. It's something totally different than what I thought it was. Definitely I'm going to get a drone shot, but definitely don't like riding, especially jumps and bumps. Like if you're just doing groomers, backpack is absolutely completely fine, but just jumping, I don't like the feel of a backpack on my back. So keep that in mind, snowboarders, if you are going to be hitting park or doing that border cross. It just felt clunky, like in the air, it would go up, and then even though it's tight, if you had like a stomach strap backpack, it would probably stay tighter on you. But just in my personal opinion, don't like backpacks. Heading back up the same gondola, gonna rip it We got like 2.5 hours till close. We're gonna be out here the whole time. It is nice having water though, because I am a little thirsty right now. And it'd be, it's nice to dig in my backpack and grab some. Let me show you what I just came down is, oh, look at that shot. Look at that sun. I came down the zigzag border cross, and then the small little border cross thing is like right next to it, where you actually got to put your pass in order to go down. And then the other one, you kind of have to hoof up this little hill, drop in where that guy's dropping in right now. Let me get the shot. Sorry for the glass. Where'd he go? There he is. He's just kind of, you can't really get enough speed to go on those top jumps. They're kind of more speed rollies into this first berm right here. Fun though. But there are some little lips, and you do have to kind of clear some areas where you're gonna land hook to flat. So do be careful of that, but that sun hitting the mountain right now is spectacular. I need to go somewhere and fly the drone. See, all these guys are going off piste, so the trail is right here. If this was all powder, this would be absolutely insane. But it's kind of more mogly-bogly. But up in this bowl right here, I found some nice little, kind of like a big kind of half pipe bowl, and that was super fun. But powdery, yeah, this would be really, I mean, people have skied all over this. This guy's transversing all the way to the trail over there. I might go that way now, but look at this guy right like in the middle right here. This whole bowl has been trekked on. There's people way up there. Some people I think are actually, is that a lift up there? No, I don't think so. Some people are actually like mountaineers, and they're actually like just hoofing it, man. But yeah, these are all tracks. You can go all this off piste. That is a cool little small valley shot. Yeah, look at the lighting. All right, I might try to go more right this time. See if I can work my way over this direction if you're looking down the mountain. All right, I might go this direction. You transverse all the way over to the right, and you can drop into this bowl and then meet up with the runs down there, as long as you followed everyone else. I might do that right now. If it's towards the end of the day and there's nobody up there, I want to fly the drone up there. Everyone's going up there for photos and a little bit of cloud cover, but you probably get a pretty gnarly view heading that way. Some more advanced skiers were dropping in right there, and the lighting looks so good on the camera right now. Okay, again, I'm gonna go down, transverse over to this bowl over here, try to follow some skiers and drop in. The English guy said there was still some light powder on the top, so absolutely incredible though. I just wish this cloud cover wasn't there, so you can kind of get the more depth behind there, but we got plenty of beautiful days ahead. All right, powder bowls, if it's powdery, definitely come here. By the way, zinc sunscreen, hopefully that washes out. Challenging, my legs are already burning because how steep these runs are. So now, here's the gondola. If you're looking at the mountain, I'm all the way left. I think this is the most far left chairlift. And again, if it was super powdery, it would be the ticket. We're higher above, and I totally spaced on this talking to the English guy, but we're above the tree line, which is different. I do like Colorado powder runs through the trees. This here in Chamonix is more open. Yeah, you could find tree lines at different mountains. I mean, there's tree lines all through over there. It's just different. You're in the French Alps, you're having a great time, you're ripping. Some of these runs, though they're groomed nicely, it's not icy, but it's just fast and flowy. But I'd like to go off trail more myself. I am finding some small little bowls. Since it's not powdery, definitely half day more than enough for this mountain so far. I've been here an hour, and the only reason I chose this mountain was because other YouTubers were talking about it, and then Grok AI told me that this is like pristine. People come from all over the world to go to this mountain, obviously when there's like super powder, but regardless, steep blacks, reds. Not every trail, like maybe down by the border cross it was a little bit more mellow, but definitely don't come here if you're a beginner. If you're intermediate, you'll do fine, just go slow. Free riding, I'd say definitely I'm a pro. Park, I'm above intermediate. I can 180, I can butters, I can jump and all that stuff, but I'm not doing backflips, I'm not doing anything, type of stuff like that. Looks like most of the crowds are kind of gathering at the end of the border cross. It might be a group lesson or something like that. The English guy did say that in America, the lessons are a lot better, but obviously a lot more expensive. You go to Breckenridge right now for the day, like right now, the same day, what is it, March 24th, 2025. You go to Breckenridge, you're paying $250 plus for the day of skiing. Here again was Mont Blanc Unlimited, $90. You literally could ski your whole family, I think for $20 more. So if you're from the UK, Europe, definitely come over, experience our mountains. But if, again, the hack is, if you're gonna be over here for a week, get everyone an Epic Local Pass, buy it online. You can ski your own mountains in Switzerland, in Italy. If you get the unrestricted one, it's only $1,000 US. You guys in the UK, buy it with pounds, save 30%. You'll spend $700 on an unrestricted pass. You can do Collier, the Italian mountain. You can do Swiss mountains. You can do mountains in Japan, Whistler. If you come to America, you could do Breck, Beaver Creek, Vail, and you're gonna save a ton of money. So buy that pass, ski for the whole week. You spend $1,000 on it, come back to Europe and ski here for the remainder of the season for $1,000. If you want the Epic Local Pass, which takes away a few mountains, I think I only paid like $782 or something like that. If you are a veteran, I don't know if it's only US veteran, they do give you an absolutely killer deal. So if you are an overseas veteran or active military, it's dirt cheap. My brother's unrestricted pass was dirt cheap. It was like the amount of 1 day skiing. Like, it was super cheap. All right, heading up to this chairlift. We're gonna rock and roll a little bit. So there's definitely hacks, and hopefully that information gets out so that you guys in the UK, Scotland, Europe, don't come to the US spending thousands of dollars for your family. And then look at this. There's actually skiers over here. Okay, here's a run. Can I connect over there? Look at this bowl over here. I think I can connect over here. All right, we're coming up to the chairlift. Let me look at the map and figure it out. Let's go, baby. Off the chairlift over here. Cruise down. I mean, you're only here once. Well, at least on this side of the mountain. So, I mean, for today. I'm gonna follow these skiers down. Do be careful of the rocks. And it all funnels, the bowl funnels down here. So I'm gonna kind of keep my eye on where they're going. You can traverse all the way over here. I'm literally underneath these suckers here. So obviously if it was super, super powdery, follow people's lines, do be careful. I mean, if it was super, super powdery, they obviously would avalanche bomb that stuff. Now, do be very careful. This is super mogly bogly. So I'm gonna work my way down, see how far I can get in this bowl here over the crest of this, and we'll figure it out. But do be careful of the rocks over here on this particular side. Found the perfect spot to fly the drone right underneath these little cliffs right here. Beautiful. Well, this doesn't suck for a Monday. So I am at Grands Montets, if you pronounce it that way. This is the eastern valley of Chamonix Valley. This is the most eastern side over here, La Paz, the most eastern side, and I'm on the most eastern side of Grands Montets. A lot of mogly boglies over this direction. I mean, you can go off trail. I'm standing on a rock right now. Only a few skiers over here. It is 3 o'clock. Mountain closes in 2 hours. Guys are going all the way over here. I just flew my drone. Sorry if there's a slight tilt. The rock isn't quite, standard. Come on over here if you want to get drone shots. Again, I'm on like double black diamond mogly boglies. If you look at the map, let me get that for you here. You go up to the most eastern chairlift. Let me see what we got here. Grands Montets. I think it's called Grands Montets. This is chairlift. I can't see it. The print's too small. But you take, I don't know, print's too small. I'm 43, turning 43 in 2 days. God willing, I won't need reading glasses, but too small print. Anyway, it's that one. Come over here to the most eastern side. Okay, good thing I wasn't flying my drone. You have to check consent. There is a small aircraft flying maybe as high as my drone was, so do be careful. I heard him coming over the crest, so if you do hear that, absolutely descend your drone ASAP. So just had ski patrol cruise by, and there's a beautiful little area here. Let me show you real quick. So he just kind of did a little hippity hop right in the middle of that. And what they do is they just cruise through. Obviously, God forbid if anyone gets injured, there he is right there. So he'll just ski through, making sure everything is good to go. He has a backpack on, probably with first aid stuff, his radio, etc. Obviously, they do it a lot more if there is major snow. He might have saw me from way up there and maybe, you know, just came down. I am standing, so they have binoculars, obviously. Another skier coming way over towards the cliff right here. And if you really need to go to the bathroom, tuck yourself underneath that rock right there, or right here in front of me, which I'll probably do when there's nobody around. Take a little shishi and be on my way. But I think I'm going to follow where that ski patrol guy went, that way. And very mogly boggly, so probably wouldn't do this twice. See, there's another plane there, so do be careful flying your drones. Again, you can fly your drones, but DJI, you have to consent, meaning God forbid anything happens, it's all on you and not on DJI. But just for the views and the soloness over here on this side, I'm gonna have my lunch, even though I'm not terribly hungry. This is the most peaceful area I've ever seen. So I'm gonna have my lunch right here on this rock right here. So definitely worth the backpack for the drone shots. Super glad I did that. These skiers are crazy. I mean, I could do it, but they came down where my lunch spot was. Then they punched into this bowl, which would be insane. Well, it's powdery, but the drop off right here is nutter butters. Oh, look at that sun poking through. So just ended my lunch spot, literally following the rest of the skiers. And obviously I'm gonna go like that way. And you know what? I'm gonna probably punch in, right? But this is nutter butters. This is the most eastern side. This bowl is nutter butter right here. And then a bunch of people hanging out down there. Very few rocks, but super mogly. That's why obviously the skiers love it. And then they get all the way over there, and this would be so much fun during powder. Okay, it looks like everyone's kind of like meeting up right there, so it might be a group, ski group, and then working their way that way. I'm gonna probably follow the runs. Okay, there's a bunch of people down that way and over there as well. That might be a chairlift way over there. Don't quote me on that one. I'm gonna work my way safely down that direction in this bowl. Maybe try to drop in a little bit. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I could do it, but it's a little sharp. That's a little sharp. So I think I'm gonna go around this way, around this little rock here, go that way, that direction. Eastern Valley, right there. Loving it. Camera will not do it justice. That's the bowl. That's super sharp. And this is super steep as well. That's what I came down right here. But that bowl is gnarly. And then it levels out once you get down here. Just take it slow. There, see, there's a skier up there right now. Take it slow, super mogly boggly. Maybe they're, yeah, I'm seeing a group of skiers hoof it up this trail. There's literally a glacier. Let's see if we can get that on camera. Where'd it go? Yeah, glacier right there. Goodness gracious. As a skier's coming down, I mean, this is a run. How do you get way up there? That's crazy. Is that another mountain connecting to this mountain? I don't see any other chairlift. Oh, I wonder if that's where the ice caves are. Way over here. Maybe they hiked it, and maybe that's a trail to the ice caves. Let me look at the map. Okay, so that is over there. I just filmed is Glacier d'Argentière right there. So no chairlift up there, but there obviously is a tracked run. So those skiers are literally gonna track. I have no idea, but skiers, literally, those skiers that just passed me, they must have just hoofed it. I'm kind of thinking about hoofing it to maybe that corner right here to see this glacier, like up close like that. Like, I mean, it's an hour and 15 till the runs close, you know? I'm still getting exercise. It's still a really cool mountain, but I mean, you're only here once. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take the 10-minute walk over there and go look at this glacier up close. Here's the ski group. So they must have not walked too much higher. And then they're probably looking at the glacier. So great lookout point. I don't know where they're going. I can hear their voices. Obviously there's like some sort, they're with a guide and they're gonna whip down there, but there's this cool little like feature thing. So I'm gonna get up, check out the glacier, maybe rip down here, stay high, maybe fly the drone one more time on this lookout point, because this thing is sick right here with this sculpture thingamabobber. And then we'll make sure we get down, obviously. And this mountain, you can snowboard all the way down. Lifts close, you're still up here, ride down. It all points down here, that's for sure. So they're heading down, they're going one by one. Obviously that has to be a guide. Those people must have trekked for like an hour going all the way up there. I definitely would if it was powder, that's for sure. But I mean, it's gonna take me a little bit of time to go over to that glacier. What they're doing is they're probably going down, gonna work their way behind this. Oh, there's like a little hut, something or other right there, and then work their way over there. Remember that one time, that afternoon, just walked up a mountain by yourself in the French Alps? Oh yeah, I remember that day. Friend, on your deathbed, you're gonna have two beautiful self-revelation questions. Did you believe Jesus Christ was the Messiah? Did you ask for forgiveness of your sins? for eternal life, and I hope you did. Second of all, if you did, praise the Lord. Believe that Jesus is God's son, and you shall have eternal life. Repent of your sins and turn from your sin, and you shall have eternal life. Second question is, what did you do with your life? Did you waste your life? Did you work so hard, so much? You took away those precious years of your children. That you had 2 weeks a year vacation, sure, but you hustled for that Range Rover. You hustled for that big house. For what? For what? Spend those time with your kids. Invest in your kids. Invest in people. Have conversations. Smile. Be kind. Travel. Don't have material and idle. This trip has taught me one thing. I mean, literally, is that Range Rover payment worth not taking a 2-week vacation in the French Alps? I'm literally walking up a mountain alone on the eastern side of Grands Montets mountain in the French Alps in the Chamonix Valley. Most eastern side is right there. I had lunch on that rock up there around the corner. I'm the only one out here. There were other skiers, so I'm being safe right now. But friend, plus I'm walking up to a glacier. Friend, enjoy your life in Christ Jesus. I spent my younger years in my 20s wasting my time with girls, booze, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the devil knows what he's doing. It was fun for a season. It's fun to laugh. It's fun to get drunk for a season, but it's empty. And you people in your 20s, you people that have partied, you'll understand what I'm talking about once you quit, once you start living for the Lord with true purpose, true joy. You don't need that anymore. I've had so much fun mountain biking in Colorado, snowboarding here. What's the elevation here? It's only 7124. This is the elevation I live. But I'm walking uphill. But literally, I'm on the top, like not the, yeah, pretty much where you could ski, I'm on the top. I'm literally at the elevation where I live back home. So if you're coming from Colorado, you're gonna have loads of energy, quicker recover time. But friend, don't waste your life, live. And I pray you live for the Lord, because what's the point of living if you're not living for the Lord? Heaven is real, hell is real, and my prayer is you go to heaven. How, Chris? Ask Jesus Christ into your heart. Repent of your sins. What does that mean? Confess your sin to the Lord. Say, Father, I've sinned. Repent of your sin. Turn from it. Don't go back. Acknowledge with your heart, profess it that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, the Son of God, and you shall have eternal life. You're like, Chris, I've tried that. I've tried the Jesus thing. Friend, no, you haven't. If you really have, you would never go back. I've lived in the world. I would never go back. Not worth it. You know what is worth it? Hiking up a hill, not a hill, hiking up a mountain on a Monday to go see a glacier all by yourself. Hey, there is a groomed run down there. I don't know how to get to it, but it all leads down. Oh my goodness, the glacier. Let's look at the glacier. Friend, enjoy your life, but do things like this. Walk up to the top of a hill by yourself to go see a glacier. Obviously, being alone, I'm not gonna like do anything stupid, you know what I'm saying? Do be very careful if you're all the way over here like an unmanned territory. So I'm just gonna go look at the glacier and then come backwards. Let's go. Look at that. Glacier de Argentière. Here comes another group here. They must have hoofed it up right there. Look at this glacier. And then definitely don't get too close down there. I'm staying up here, that's for sure. Oh man, that is absolutely incredible. I might have to fly the drone right here. This is incredible. Good night. As we look back here this direction, beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. So those guys literally hiked right up there and then dropped in. That little cat track might go up there. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that one, but that was definitely worth the trek up for that shot right there. Dude, there's actually a hotel. So I was up by the glacier and there's literally a hotel right there. People are just chilling down there. No way. And then you could literally ski in, ski out. Take number 6, funnels down. Logan, cable car. Oh my goodness, that would be absolutely insane to stay there. So to go all the way to the bottom, you got to cruise that direction, and it goes, whoa. I mean, I'm talking all the way. That's what I'm going to finish it off with, but I'm not quite done yet. I think the chairlifts are still open regardless. So I'm going to cruise down there. Not quite yet. I'm going to do a few more runs, and then so I got to push over that way, go do like a few more runs, and then we'll finish up going that way. But that would be a cool photo just to stop, check that out. And then as long as you just point down, you're good. So I actually might do that, try to get over there, take a photo, go look at it, because there is a restaurant there as well. And then you could go all the way home. This one's super fun, heading back to the chairlift instead of going all the way back home. I want to stop there and get a photo though, but this is wild. And then we're gonna get back to the chairlift right here. But this is super mellow to get back to it. And you can do the gondola on the left. You can do the chairlift right here. So I think we're gonna whip the chairlift again and see what we got. Or might do the gondola. What time is that one close? 4:30 that one. That one might be 4 something or other. I might do the gondola quick, try to get back up and do that again. Let me go see what time this one closes over here. All right, so this one's closing down 4:20. This one's open for 4:30. I'm gonna get one more run back up, do similar-ish, and then we'll blitz the legs, try to make it to the hotel, and then come on down. And we'll do a little finisher offer. If you really transverse, you could do the gondola, but it's either one or the other. I can't do both. This one will be closed by the time I get there. So I'm gonna do this one. See all these skiers coming down here? And I wouldn't go that way, I don't think. So I'm gonna go blitz the legs and we'll ride all the way down. Let's go. My bad on that one. So you could do either or. Let me open up the map a little bit more here. So you could do either or. If you took the gondola up here, you literally could come all the way down here, meet right here, and then it's the red all the way down to the parking lot. The way I'm going up here, you could take groomers, you could take those moguls, work your way all the way over. If you want to stop for a photo over here at the restaurant/hotel, which I might do that, and then you just wiggle your waggle back down the black to the red and then head on down that way. So regardless if the chairlift's closed, as long as you're not stuck over here, or you're gonna have to hike all the way down. But so if you're just where I filmed at the gondola or chairlift, one or the other, you don't have options for both around this time. So I'm gonna hit this chairlift, do something similar, but shave off maybe some of those crazy moguls, and then work my way over to the restaurant hotel, maybe go take a photo, strap back in and zigzag down here with this black, meeting up with the red, and then blitz my legs with the red all the way down. Again, super unique mountain. Definitely don't need to come back for another day, but definitely glad I hiked the Glacier. Definitely glad I stopped. There wasn't too much riding today because with the lunch break drone, but you know what? That's okay. I still got several hours in, half day. Took a lot of stops. I could have got more runs in, but I'm totally happy with it. I got some great footage, talked to some cool locals, talked to a cool English gal when we were over there talking about the way down. Stunner. Had lunch on a rock. These are memories you put in the memory bank for sure. So, and this is day 6 of snowboarding. So we're just living the dream. Tomorrow's gonna be a sunny day. We're gonna figure out where we're going tomorrow. Oh, I think we're gonna go to the Italian mountain, so I need to print out my toll authorization discount. Still a decent amount of people on the mountain that wanna get last runs. Probably started late. Conditions never slushed up. A lot of moguls though, a lot of moguls in the bowls. Do be careful of that because of all the skiers and, you know, not too much powder. But we'll do one big last run. I didn't start my Garmin watch. I will start my Garmin watch. I want to see how long it takes me to get down, altitude change, etc. Again, that's where the skiers went. So they hiked up there, went backside to the restaurant right over here. You can go straight down if you want, but I'm going to take the groomed run just over here, groomed run to it, and then we'll push off from there after a couple photos. This dude's literally on his phone cruising down to the restaurant. He might be a chef. He has some sort of backpack on, and then they're cruising down that way. I might just drop in and go this way. Super cool. Get to have a little drink, have a little hot soup sandwich. This is right here on the edge. Obviously they're getting power to the place. Just beauts right here. Very cool. Little pirate flag. Very cool couple tables out here. Literally, I was on this trail right here, just skis straight in. Some chairs just hanging out. Town is way down there. There's the parking lot way down there. So got to make your way over, connect with the red or black run. Or, I mean, it is a place. Let's go poke our head in there, see what we got. Super cool. Pirates only. And then, yeah, just a little restaurant. Oh, wow, this is cool. Hot fire right here. Let's cruise around the corner. Let's check it out. Cool little drink spot. Grab a cup of coffee. Very cool. Cool little restaurant. Look at this. I'm gonna see. It's forbidden to do gloves, clothes, or anything else on the heaters. If I was with a group, I would definitely come inside and enjoy that. Absolutely incredible. I don't drink. Got little benches here and just chill. That is not bad at all. And then these guys are all strapping in, working their way down the catwalk here. So I think you zigzag. These guys got a lot of like mountaineering gear, so maybe they went to the Glacier. So that was the last lift we did way up there. And then they're all strapping in. I might as well follow these guys so I don't get lost, but there's still folks up here. I think you just point down and rip on down. So ski patrol, I think, is telling everyone need to start heading down the mountain here. Definitely would not recommend that if you have a drink. That was crazy steep moguls coming off there. Now we're gonna connect over here to a red. I mean, that's kind of dangerous if you have a drink. This is kind of cool though. Yeah, this is really cool. Okay. And then we meet up with the red. Oh, yeah, my quaddies are absolutely, goodness gracious. That was gnar. Man, quads definitely need an ice bath. So now we meet up with the red and we rip this one yonder down. What's nice is this is slush once you get on the red, and it's not as steep. So obviously black is black, red is below black, blue, and then green for easy. But this is really mellow. I'm just taking it slow because those moguls ronked my quads, that's for sure. So again, this is more slush. Just be careful on your turns, because slush, sometimes you don't have an edge on slush, so just be careful. Work your way down. Oh wait, there's more. This is definitely a leg burner. Luckily, it's more slushy than mogly, so it's easier to get down in that black. Goodness gracious. You don't have to go all the way down. You could take the gondola down, but that's it, folks. That is it. Beautiful. That's a leg burner for sure. I'm gonna hit the bathroom before I head back to the car. Pack up for the day. We're gonna hit the grocery store on the way home. We'll see. We will see what we get up to tonight. You know, it's like you always like, oh, I want to go out, maybe, you know, check out, you know, maybe just chill. We'll see. Sky's the limit. Also, this last section, make sure you have enough speed to get, it's kind of flat, but you can get speed, just don't stop and just haul. And then you get up this little hill right where that guy is, drop down, and you can go that direction or this direction right here, right next to the gondola. And then again, the bathrooms are literally right there. I'm gonna go hit that up and then walk down to the car. This is their new lift. That's gonna be open 2026. They've already put the pillars up, but that's a really nice brand new one. Maybe another high-speed chairlift going up. I think one of their lifts burnt down from a fire in 2018. So we got a little ski shop, crepes, pizza, closed though for a Monday. Unfortunately, the bathroom was already cleaned and locked. So if you really need to go, just maybe bring a cup or be very subtle about it by your car. Or just remember, if you're gonna be the last ones off the mountain, to maybe go up where there's nobody around. But so many van lifers off in the corners because you can legally park here overnight. I see just over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe 14 in the parking lot right here. And then over in the corner where we first came up, there's, I mean, a bunch. Like, obviously, like, they live there. Like, you could buy an RV and pull it into one of those slots and just leave it. I don't think you have to move it. Okay. Whoops, I'm over here. Leg burner for sure. Okay, beautiful. It is now, oh, hold on. Let me, oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot to start at the top, but that was 2 miles with a descent of 2,623 feet, but that wasn't even the top. I forgot to start it at the very, very top. That would have been a long run. Okay, so, oh, and I also found out that Aju du Midi, the long transverse 5-hour run down, you don't have to have a guide, but the English guy said he highly recommends it, especially if you don't know where you're going. Unless you kind of like tagged along behind some other people maybe, but I wouldn't want to get lost, that's for sure. Because you just don't know, like, drops and crevasses and, you know, anyway, I wouldn't do it. That's kind of a really long time, by the way. All right, finished up, packed up, we're good to go. Let's see here. Yeah, we got I reapplied some sunscreen. But you know what though? Everyone looks like this out here. I mean, everyone you meet has kind of like that white zinc look to them. Really cool spot if you are a European van lifer. Post up here, and then if you have a small van, not like an RV, then you go all over town, and then this is your home base. I mean, there's literally, you know, they go to the more outskirts because they don't want to, you know, if they want to sleep in or whatever, you know, you wouldn't want to park like right in the center of the lot. So go to the outskirts, put up your blinds. No one's going to disturb you at nighttime. And then, you know, the first skiers though, they're going to be like clamoring and hooting and hollering, getting ready for the day. So if you are a European van lifer, even in the UK, jump over here, check it out. All right. I need to find out where this grocery store is I need to go to. It is now 5:18. The problem with that Richard Bozeman gym is it closes at 7:30. By the time you go to the grocery store, go back, you'd have to go right away, even if you wanted to do the sauna. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over there. I mean, I wouldn't mind a good pump, but I'm getting pretty decent pumps. Obviously my legs and then my upper body, just doing body exercises. So I'm not going to hate it, but I wouldn't mind getting over there. Let's see what happens after the grocery store. And the grocery store I'm going to go to, let me figure it out and then I'm going to vlog it. There's either the Super U, which is in Chamonix, or go to Lazouche, Super U, which I showed you already. Or we're going to try this new one to see what organic type of food is. Because I only eat organic, I know, except for cheat day. So let's figure out where we're going. By the way, if I didn't tell you, this Lexus is absolutely fantastic. Super high tech, super fun to drive. Compact, I don't have to worry about some big old thing. Hybrid, I'm not even on a half a tank yet. Been driving for a week, all over too. In town, out of town. Alrighty, look at it, see? Man, they're living there. Look at this guy, he's living there. I mean, they got the tires like up on like so it's not sitting in the snow. They've been there for a hot minute. They probably live there. These folks with the RVs, with the bicycles next to them, oh yeah, they full on like they've been living there for a hot minute. I saw that in the Google review. Like that one, look at that one's broken down, but they just put it right there. Okay, so heading down, and we are 16 minutes to the market. This particular market is on the outskirts of town. I do wish that I had a little life hack for you. Bring your cell phone vent mount or mount. It's a lot easier than holding it if you're solo. There's a mountain biker. That's an e-bike for sure. There you go, brother. All right, we're gonna be on this for 1.5 kilometers. Ah, man, ride is like people are on my tail. Hey, people, I'm trying to vlog here. Okay, so let's go cruise and get ourselves some organic food. Alrighty. We're entering in, so you'll see signs, but you enter into like a little town. You drop from 70 to 50. Do be a little leery of that. There's places for trash, more van lifers. We saw them on the way in. Subaru flying. There's a Tessie. There's a Tesla. Definitely seeing some nice Teslas. Look at this cute church. Let me shake these people off my tail. So again, be careful. You're either gonna oh man, look at that Defender 90. Or cutie little place right here. All right, so this is what I wanted to show you earlier. Let me take another spin around this thing. Look at this church right here. So cool. All right, shook them off my tail. No, I think I went the wrong way. Okay, here is the La Presse Frigorie. I'm just gonna pull in there because I want to film it. And you know what? So beautiful restaurant right here. A lot of people waiting. All right, so this is where I would have come down if I didn't connect. Cable car, this is the gondola for Frigorie Les Praz. They got a map right there. This is where you would come down. They got trash right here. Golf course is right there. Plenty of parking over here. I don't see anything for paid parking. This might be free parking over here on this side because you're a little bit out of the way of Brevant. So yeah, it could be a little cheaper over here. They're having their own little après-ski right there. This guy has his binoculars out, checking out some climbing. All right, so yeah, this is free parking over here. So a little heads up for you on that one. That's the cutest little restaurant right there. Let me pull over and throw away my apples real quick and shake this guy off my tail. So once again, you're either gonna have mellow drivers behind you or super aggressive. Just a little heads up for you. They're like riding your bumper as you're doing the speed limit. Just take the roundabout, do a couple extra circles, shake them off, because you're not gonna wanna look at directions while someone's tailing you like that. This is again why I have a rental car. Look at the little church right there. Again, the shuttle stop, bus stops over there. Cutie little town right here. Let me throw away my apples. And I mean, rental car for the win for sure. Because I'd have to be waiting for the bus. I'd have to shuttle all the way over. I gotta go to the grocery store. Then I'd have to like get to this stop, go grocery shopping with my snowboard, and then somehow get all that home? Nah, rental car. So the trash thing, you can use any of these trash cans. They don't have trash service. So you just pack up the trash, which is kind of inconvenient, but you pack up the trash and then you just put it in your car in like, obviously like a really nice bag that's not going to leak. And then you just go wherever, you pull in this little spot, get your car off the road, and then you throw it away. That place says golf on it right there. And so, you know what? I mean, I'm exploring, man. You know, I want to go walk. Obviously, you know, you have to go walk Chamonix. You got to go look at the shops, go buy a macaron. We got plenty of time for that, but don't forget about like just exploring some of these outskirts. See, if I was doing the bus, I would have to download the bus schedule, figure out the bus schedule, and then I'd have to like, yeah, connect. Probably not that hard. If you want to save money, sure, but nah, I'd rather drive, to be honest with you. Then I can explore and vlog in peace. All right, that's where I'm going, but in order to get there, we got to go to the roundabout and flip back around. It's the only way to get there. It is a little bit outside of the city, like the main city, and that's what everyone says. They said it's good selection, good prices on the Google reviews, but they do say that it is a little inconvenient to walk there from the hypercenter. It's not that bad. It's just a little bit outside, like the main hub. Obviously, you know, I got to do a circle, a roundabout to get there. Anywho, they're great prices. All right, so here's the main Chamonix Mont Blanc sign right there. And here we go. We're going back around and we're going to go up to the market. So there is gas as well. I might do a little topper offer, especially if I'm going to the Italian side. So let's go cruise up here. Make sure we don't miss our spot. There's the bus stop. And people do say there's a nice big parking lot. Pull on in right over here and we'll show you the selection, of course. But they do say there's a nice big parking lot. I think the parking lot is over there. Let me see what's going on with this gas. All right, little heads up for you here. If you have this rental car, unfortunately they're out of, and it says right on the cap, they're out of E5. So just like America, they put a little sleeve on there. Definitely do not use B7. It's like, I think a diesel type of a thing. E5 actually has a green handle, so it looks like diesel, but Sounds Palm 95. E5 is what you put in this Lexus. And unfortunately they're out, I think, on all sides. I'll check the other side, but anyway, let's go ahead and pull into the market right here. This is called Carrefour, C-A-R-R-E-F-O-U-R, Carrefour. Again, big parking lot over here. Looks like they got propane fill-ups. RVs can stay back here overnight. I think that's what I read on the reviews as well. So let's stick it on over here and head on in. That's okay, I got plenty of gas. I kind of wanted to fill up. Maybe I'll look for another gas station before I leave, or maybe another one on the outskirts on the way home. We'll figure that out. I'm pretty sure I have enough gas to do 30 minutes across the border and then back. If not, just fill up in Italy. All right, I'm thinking birthday cheat day food. So we got some real French brochette trenche. That's not how you pronounce it. So $4.80 for this big old loaf right there. Good night. That would definitely a little bit too much. So I might not go for that one. I was thinking about going for this, just this one, maybe some light fluffy rolls, or you could make some grilled cheeses, some dirty grilled cheeses if I don't go out to dinner. But I will be here, I think, for two more cheat days, or only one more cheat day. I'm not exactly sure. So this would be easier for French toast, as well as a nice sandwich on the mountain. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, actually, and then put this one back. It's a difference of 30 cents euro. That way I don't have to slice that guy. So you got your le croissants. What the heck? 20 euros? For what? What's 20 euro? That can't be 20 euros. 4.50 for, ooh, little chocolates. I'm just thinking for birthday cheat day food again. There's your sushi, kind of expensive, 12 for that. There is hot chickens. Here's your fresh baguettes, and these are super cheap. So literally at €1, €1, €1.50, €1.20 over here, and then here's your kind of your tasty little muffins right over here. Tasty little pies and stuff. €8.25. Your docho de leche. They do have a frozen section here. So they got frozen pizzas and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, like if I'm gonna go out for pizza, I'm gonna grab it and then take it back with me. We do have some fresh fruit right here. Pineapple, blackberries, raspberries, carrots, salads. Looks pretty good. I think this is the non-bio, not bio as we will call it, bio. Let's go look and see if we can find some organic but they do have the frozen section, or a refrigerated section at least. But let's see, pineapples, oranges. Let's see if we can find ourselves the organic bio. There's mandarins from Israel. Oh yeah, beautiful. There's your mangoes. It says what, España, France. Might have to look on it, see if it's, oh yeah, no, bio, no, it's brio. Let me look on the, oh yeah, here's bio. So it doesn't say it like right here, you just have to look on the thing. So here's bio carrots, bio tomatoes. You get bags right here. This is all organic up here. So pretty good selection. Costa Rican bananas right over there. So let's go ahead and take ourselves a little, let's see what, how much the bio lemons are right here. Those lemons were actually really good that I bought earlier. Yeah, bio lemons. Let's see here, citron $4.98. Is that $4.98? Yeah, no, yeah, it'd be right below it. Is it? There's an arrow pointing down there. That definitely is a lot more than, so I do need to be careful what I'm purchasing here, because if I start adding it all up, it might add up a lot more than Super U. So do be careful about that one here. So yeah, those are oranges for $3.99 for that big old thing right there. And then the lemons. Yeah, I think the lemons, they're waxing you. I think, you know, I mean, I'll pay an extra euro not to go all the way over to Les Zouch. Do keep that in mind. So far the prices over there are a little bit better, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That's my bad on that one. That's my bad on that one. $2.49, but it's $4.98 for one. I think it's price per kilogram. So it's $4.98 for a kilogram. So I don't know how much this weighs, but hopefully not more than a kilogram. So hopefully these packages are only $2.49. In that case, this might be even better priced than the other place. I'm not exactly sure, but I will review this on Google, so I'm gonna take some photos as well. All right, so for the most part, I think it's pretty much right on target with Super U in Les Zouch. The zucchini, you do get 3 pretty good ones. It is organic, but you're paying a little bit more for the zucchini here, a couple euros at least. So some items are a little bit more, some items are a little bit less. There's some avocados right there. Avocados don't need to be organic, at least in the US, so you should be good with buying regular avocados, so I'll do that as well. But lemons are nicely priced. Oranges, organic, you get a pretty good amount for $3.99. And so we're just gonna load up on some more veg. And we haven't hit the other side yet for some lettuce. Oh, there's a little scale right here. So just out of consideration here, let's see, where was, and the apples you get more, but I mean, these are like 6 and they're pretty decent size, but they are $5.49 for just little 6 little apples. So that does add up as well. But let's go ahead and see, what was it the bananas? No, was I looking at earlier that it was per kilo? Let's see. Oh, it was the lemons. So let me just look at the lemons real quickly here out of curiosity, and we'll see. These carts aren't the best. I would highly recommend, I think the carts were unlocked, so you could probably easily do that. But let's see here. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be pretty cheap because that's only 0.57 kilograms right there, which is really nice. So we dig that right there. We're going to grab ourselves one of those. All right, I'm going to be the test net for you guys here. There's 5% Bio Valdel Hatch. So we're gonna load up on that one. That's actually a really good price. So some you're gonna save money, some you're not. So this is the same quantity as we had before. I think this is even leaner. And this is $5.63. I'm pretty sure it's $5.63 per one. Again, I'm gonna be your test net. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that one. You do have some steaks as well. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but you know, a few little organic options, which is nice. So we're gonna grab at least a couple of these because I don't really feel like coming out to the grocery store all the time. They do have some hamburger options as well, but I think there's only 2 patties in there. And that is 609 euros, so skip that. I'd say your best bet is just this right here, ground beef, 5% super lean. All right, so some of the prices, this is where you got to be a little bit sticklish, right? So this is the chicken tenders, right? So it says $5.59, but then you look right here and down here at the bottom, that's going to be 824 euros just for those chicken tenders. So be careful on some of the prices where you think you're going to get it for that much. Like this, $13.75. I don't really know what that means, but then there's like only 661 euro on that, and that's like not too much chicken. You got to do a lot of work on that one. So again, I mean, yeah, sure, I could, like, you know, grab some chicken tendies for $8, but man, organic chicken's expensive, man. So I think I'll stick to red meat and tuna fish while I'm here, just for saving, to be honest with you. So tuna fish is super lean. You know, some people don't like red meat, then, you know, definitely get your chicken. Let's see what this one is. Okay, this is the exact same chicken, and I paid 18 something for it. This says $13.55, but I think that's per kilogram. This says $20.20, so a whole chicken was cheaper at Super U La Zouche. So do keep that in mind. Don't make that mistake thinking it's $3.55. Look at that price right there, because look at it, it's 1.49 kilograms. That's why it's $20.20. But the red meat doesn't have any sign like that. So this again is 0.35, and that is only 5 something for that. So we're gonna save some money. We're gonna lose some money on some, and we're gonna save some money on some, which is nice. All right, let's see what else we got down yonder. You got your salmon, your potatoes. Let's wander around here a little bit. Nice big selection, a lot more than the Super U at La Zouche. And of course, I got the jams, which, I was thinking about jam instead of syrup for my French toast. So I might just grab some of this like Swiss jam. But let me wander down. You got some teas, all sorts of stuff. You got yourself some Nutella. Of course, we might have to do Nutella French toast. Nutella, you got organic honey right here. Banging that out right there for $7.99. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm gonna wander around. Definitely a bigger grocery store with more selection than La Zouche already. They do actually sell snow socks, snow chains, or those might be the socks actually. What are those? Those are actually pretty inexpensive. Okay, so here's your rental car hack. Your chains are down here, and those are pretty expensive. Those are for the different sizes, 96.90 euro, all the way up to 98.95 euro, 101.95 euro, 103.95 euro. So those are pretty expensive, the chains. If you're going for the socks, those only are 54.90 for the different sizes. Again, Chamonix has a law where until March 31st, you have to carry chains and socks, chains or socks in your vehicle if it does not have winter tires. And that's the rental car almost scam that he got me, because he said, oh, the Lexus doesn't have that. Oh, let me sell you these socks for 90 bucks. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna go buy them myself. 54.90. And you can have socks yourself. And if you get the right size, just take them home with you and reuse them. This wouldn't be, those are socks. They're literally like, I don't know how they work, but they're not very, if you're gonna do it by law, this is how to do it. Nobody has winter tires around here, and it's really, really nice. So obviously if it was snowing, I would pick those up at all. Again, chains or socks for your rental car, but there is a law in Chamonix stating until March 31st, which is literally a week away, you have to have socks or chains in your car, but you don't have to have these if you have winter tires on your vehicle. You also have scrapers. I got some plastic wrap for, instead of containers, just use bowls, plates, and ceramic plastic wrap right there. But I'm giving you a little heads up on that one. They do carry that at this grocery store. Great prices on these things as well. Just the, kind of some essentials, $1.25 or €1.25 for these little napkin things. They do have Tupperware right there if you need Tupperware. It's plastic, but you know, it's not, there's no really point in buying it unless you're super picky. Then you can get glass ones right here, but I mean, that's going to add up. But I mean, if you're here for 2 weeks and you just want to leave them at the Airbnb as a gift for them, sure, go ahead, not too bad. $4.99 for this big glass one, $9.35 for that one. I think plates and parchment paper, not parchment paper, but the film, it was only like $1, you know, or €1. And again, this is only $1.29 or $1.24. So we'll pick that up. Good selection of organic eggs. We got 10 organic eggs for $5.44, 6 for $3.34, or you can go these right here, same company I bought last time, $3.09 for 6. Or $2.09 for 4 eggs. That would add up a little bit for sure. So I'm gonna grab, I'm here for a while. I'm gonna plow down some, but I'm skiing most of the day, so I'm gonna be gone. So I think for like dinners and lunches, I think we got plenty of protein now, which is good. Not bad. You got organic olive oil, $7.09 for this right here. And they have the name on it here. I mean, obviously Costco is a lot better. Here you got a big dog up here. There's your best bet for €9.89 right there. BO, organic, right there. So moderate, good prices overall. A few things I think are cheaper at CPU, but for the convenience factor, might as well not go way over there. Obviously, if you can't get it fresh, grab your organic green beans right up here. Not too bad. This big thing is only $3.29. I might do that just for some green beans. Obviously, fresh is better. Sometimes when you're in a pinch for, or, I mean, I do have organic greens powder at home as well, so I could just take down a bunch of zucchini. But I do love my greens though, because I can't find organic lettuce, like no romaine, no anything like that, So it's like, $3.29. Do I do it? We'll think about it. But anyway, so this place does have organic peas if you can't find them organic or in the frozen section, etc. Oh, I need fruit. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find some organic berries. I really miss my berries. Alrighty, great news. I found organic frozen. So I'm gonna put back the green beans for sure. So there's like not stir fry, but green beans, broccoli, zucchini, cauliflower, and peppers in there as well. That's only $3.55 per one. You do have to make sure it says obviously bio on it, but I'm gonna put back the green beans, and I wanna take a look at this right here. I take way too long trying to find, where's the handle for this one? So I take way too long shopping, but it is what it is. There's carrots, green beans, and potatoes if you want some carbohydrates and some potatoes in there. Looking really good, and that's $3.35. Kind of want that broccoli in there, so good on me for finding this little stash of organic food. We got organic mushrooms in there, and here's your frozen zucchini, but that is sitting at $4.89, and the zucchini I bought I think was $5, so I'd rather have fresh, and then you get a little bit more up there as well. So definitely poke around. They do have frozen spinach, but it's not organic. Let me keep poking around. I found the frozen berries, but nothing's organic, so I just might have to live without my blueberries for a little bit. And I mean, again, there's nothing organic regarding frozen berries. They do have a big old thing of like strawberries for $7.55, but yeah, again, nothing's organic. Let me see if I can poke around for some fresh stuff. They have a few things, fresh fruit, but nothing organic. Strawberries. There's a little thing right here of like apples and blueberries, but barely any blueberries in there. There's a little thing right around the corner over there that has like raspberries and stuff like that. But if you're not looking to eat organic, they do have a lot of options, but obviously I'm trying to go organic. So it is what it is on some items, but you do what you can and then eat your blueberries when you get back home. Okay, folks, if you've never been in a French grocery store before, or a different one, and you just don't know where you're going, it definitely takes a little bit of time. So let's see here. I got the receipt in my pocket. Obviously there's going to be a little bit more. I don't want to get it. I don't know if it has a draft. It doesn't have an itemized. Yeah, unfortunately the receipt's not itemized. I mean, she printed me out a receipt, but so it says the total, but it doesn't have the itemized. So it's 78 euro, but I bought a lot of stuff. So unfortunately, you kind of have to take their word for it. But I did buy a lot of stuff. That seems about right. I bought a lot less, but the chicken was really expensive. I do wish they had it itemized though, like it's Super U. Anyway, so that would have been cool if they would have had it itemized, but you know what? It's all greasy beasy. That should do me for the rest of the week, besides like, going out and grabbing something for my birthday dinner. Other than that, there's really no draw to like go sit by myself in a restaurant, I'll be honest with you. But I will do like macaroons and like, of course, like some croissants and stuff like that, just, small little treats throughout the week. I did buy some organic chocolate, and I'm going to fire up navigation so I can get back home. It is sprinkling right now, so not really a fantastic night to go walk into town, but it's already 7 o'clock. I'm getting pretty hungry. I do need to cook my butternut squash, which was organic. Super U had that organic. Super U had broccoli organic. So it's kind of a toss-up. There is another market in town, and then there are other, like, if you really want your berries, they might be pretty expensive, but there is another organic market. I think it's closed, or it's going to close pretty soon. I might get over there maybe tomorrow and see if there's like blueberries. Not the end of the world if I'm skipping blueberries for 2 weeks. I have blueberries every day, 6 days a week. All right, let's fire up navigation. This place is only 5 minutes away from the house. I'm glad I have organized spot at the house, so I don't have to worry about someone taking a parking spot and then figuring out how I'm going to get the groceries back in the house. So that's really nice. Let's go home and do some cooking, baby. I was going to say what's nice about vlogging, man, people can't hear this car. This dude almost just ran into my car. All right, let me go. I don't think that side has gasoline either. No, it's completely out. All right, so I need to get out of here. How do you get out of here? Okay, there you go. Luckily, it's not snowing and it's just raining. So it is beautiful though. It is beautiful. There's like really big kind of hotel chalets right here off the main road. Big parking lot over here. It is beautiful with it socked in like this. I prefer it dry, but they do say watching other people's videos as well. I would recommend, I brought one. I recommend bringing a small portable umbrella, but this is all like really cute hotel rooms. Probably still pretty decently expensive. And then this again is, you know, we've already seen this, but we'll walk around all this another time. But bring a foldable umbrella. Not too many people out this evening. I do need to come back here and film the beautiful river, which is right here. Absolutely stunning. So I'll come back there and we'll film that. There's definitely some nice cross streets over there as well. Alrighty, let's do this roundabout. Old Airbnb is that way. Plenty of parking lots. And then here's my little cute street where you branch off right here. Watch the pedestrian, see how she has an umbrella in her hand. It's like barely sprinkling. This is a beautiful evening for a walk. I need to get back, clean up, and then just go for a walk or just start skiing earlier. You kind of have to pick and choose. I will definitely go for some strolls. I brought a flashlight with me. I might actually go for like a little stroll tonight if it stops drizzling. Even if it's barely drizzling, maybe I'll go for a little stroll. Again, this is all the free parking, but there is an apartment complex back here or over here to our right. So it probably fills up at nighttime and then opens up during the daytime when all these people are at work. Oh, this place is cute as a button. So yeah, all these spots are filled now because people are at home. Hey, there's a spot right there. Big old chalets. Anyway, I'm having a blast. Look at this property. Oh, good night. Actually, there's a couple of those properties there. But see how the street lights are on? Little ambient light. So pretty. Sorry if you hear the noise of the defroster. Let's go ahead and stop that. But yeah, this place right here. Just slow down a little bit, take it easy. There's Jesus on the cross. Well, he is risen, my friends. No need for him to still be on the cross because he has risen. So if you see this, if you see a sign like this, see how it narrows like this? You pull back, you don't go forward so that they can get through. And I think you, if you're on the right-hand side, you merge into them. I think that's what the law is. I still haven't asked Grok about making a right on a red light. I don't know if that's possible or not. See, Google like makes you like turn in like right here, like this place. And I was like, that's not it. And you got to go a little bit more to find the place. Wow. That is a ginormous, beautiful chalet right here on the corner. Like, see this guy way down here? It's like, how in the world? So he sees me and he knows I'm coming. So you kind of like chill for people so that they have room. And then the chalet is still up here. So again, I thought I was lost. Nice Tesla there. So it's like a couple more football fields from where Google states it. You come up here even more. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a good, yeah, see there's the chalet I can see from my balcony. And then right here by the vans, these vans have not moved. I think they live in there. And then here are the chalets. Again, downstairs, upstairs, no lights are on. They might be at dinner. 662. Nobody downstairs either. Number 2 has, you know, the lights on over there. And let's see here. The shades are drawn for number 1. The dudes might have checked out unless they're out at dinner. The folks below me got their TV on. Sometimes it's easier to back in. Sometimes it's not. Kind of like, you know, it is what it is. All right, I think I'm going to put my snowboard in my room. My organized ski locker room. Let me straighten this thing out a little bit more. You're like, Chris, put the camera down. I can vlog and park. That's no problem because I'm not focused on the camera. That's what's so cool about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I used to be a valet and I think backing up is a little bit easier. I'm going to be honest with you. I love the sensors on this thing. All right, I think that's good. Okay, let's go cook some dinner. Oh, yeah. Look at that, beautiful. I love the LED lights. All right, this is what I like to see here. This is for birthday cheat day food. We got ourselves into a little chocolate here. I haven't had a cheat day, but my birthday is in 2 days, so I don't want to overdo it. We got Nutella. We got organic blueberry jam, oranges,
avocado, orange, apples. Unfortunately, one was bad. Kind of expensive. I think it was like $6 for six. It was like $1 an apple. And unfortunately, they're kind of mush. They weren't the best organic apples, but only thing in the market. Organic lemons, organic bananas. We're looking absolutely fantastic there. This is my Sol Pimento. Help with hair right there. This is what I'm talking about. That is absolutely luxe. Organic flax seeds, ground flax seeds I brought from home. Should have loaded the jar up a little bit more. I thought I had enough. I'm going to probably run out in 3 or 4 days. That's okay. And we have here, cooking here, which, we got some heat going on. Whoop, I just fogged up the camera. We got organic butternut squash. Don't want to overdo that. Let's clear the camera lens here. But we're looking good. That actually should be done pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and stick a fork in that. We got some nice little loose leaf tea boiling up right there. Added some olive oil to this. We're going to do some organic hemp hearts. I brought this. I brought the olive oil. Got half an avocado on there. Looking absolutely fantastic. I'm going to watch maybe just a little YouTube video or something like that. Sometimes when you're hungry, you don't really feel like, logging into Amazon Prime, connecting to the internet. You're just kind of ready to sit down and watch something. So we're going to figure that out. Be back with you. All right. Butternut squash is looking real good. We're going to go ahead and tuck into some of this real quick here. It is done. That took a solid hour on 200 degrees Celsius, which I think is somewhere around 400, 450. Fahrenheit. And I just put it on a plate, cut it in half, washed it obviously before I did it. That's going to be spicy hot. Finished up my meal, just watching a YouTube video, just having a good old time. This trip is really interesting where I find myself, sometimes you watch other YouTubers who are running businesses, and it's just really motivating. And so what I'm praying about right now is the next step, right? So there's YouTube, there's affiliate stuff that I'm doing with companies, but what's the next thing? I don't want to rely on YouTube. I don't want to rely on these affiliate things, because what typically happens when something pops is the affiliate commission does really well for, sometimes upwards of several years, but then it just starts, you get pulled down in the algorithm. Other people make newer content. They get placed higher up in the algorithm for Google search, which then translates to YouTube. And then what happens is sometimes those commissions come down. Let me give you an example. I reviewed the chirp wheel, right? It's like a back stretching wheel, and commission was really good for maybe 2 years, and then just dwindled out, right? Obviously you got to make, newer content, fresh content, but those videos did really well. You're never guaranteed anything, but what I want to do is I want to start up another business where it's just different, whether that's real estate portfolio, whether that's dividend investing, just something, more multiple streams of income, right? I remember when I was chauffeuring, and the very, folks that did very well for themselves, they had multiple businesses, not just one business. That's the problem with the 9-to-5 job. You get fired, you got to go look for a new one. Most people are really hireable. You make your 80, you make your $120,000 a year. Life is good. But the Lord has placed on my heart the entrepreneurial spirit, and I don't want to just start businesses that are junk, right? I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to solve problems. And so that's the biggest step, right? Is kind of branching out and not doing it all yourself. Like hiring people, hire virtual assistants, hiring people. And that sometimes is a little bit nerve-wracking where you're like, man, these people are relying on me and the business. And I shouldn't really say that, but that's what you just have to give it all to the Lord. But these people are paying rent and trusting that this business is going to go well. So it can be a little bit more added stress. That's why I want to do something very just God honoring, and if the Lord puts it on your heart, roll with it and attack. So that's what I'm praying about this trip, getting motivated, thinking about building, because YouTube, unless you're like Mr. Beast, but even he started candy bar company or whatever, right? So YouTube and affiliates, you kind of reach this tipping point, right? And that's been the last 3 years where it's just kind of maxed out. And I just feel like, okay, now we need to graduate. And it's not more, but the more provisions that do come in as a believer, you're going to help more people as long as you have that giving heart and you don't have that idolatry towards money. So again, the more that comes into a God-honoring person, the more flows out. So comes in and out. Praying about the next steps for business. anyway, that might help you out as well. Kind of, just get the twirl, get the mind twirling in the hamster wheel. Alrighty, again, didn't have a cheat day. So I'm just going to have a little dessert, French brioche bread with Nutella, and Nutella slaps. Good night. That stuff is good. Like, I've only had it a few times, but that stuff slaps. See, lo and behold, for $1.29, saran wrap, a bowl, and personally, the little biohacker in me, I don't like it touching the actual food, so I try to use something. That's why the avocado is on the other side. Rather not have plastic wrap touching my food. Okay, so I'm trying to get my head around, once again, the Mont Blanc Unlimited or the Chamonix La Passe. So the Mont Blanc Unlimited gives you visits as well. So it says what, like visits. So you can visit museums, take the transportation, etc., etc. But since I have a rental car, I think I might be, again, wasting just a little bit of money because I'm not taking advantage of all these things. So let's go ahead and take a little look here, and let's click over to, we're on winter right now, and let's click on all products right here, tickets and passes. Now it actually goes down in price in just a little bit. Chamonix La Passe, 2 to 9 days from 88, but of course the more days you buy, it goes down a little bit lower. So let's go ahead and look at this here. So I don't know why it says 2 to 9 day pass. Let's go ahead and click on 2 to 9 day pass and see what we have right here. So again, there is something going on from March 24th to April 6th. The Patuna Hellbonner lifts that allow you to descend to the Trino Refuge will be closed due to work. So I think that's the lifts into Italy. Adult 15 to 64 years of old, 70 to 90 euro per day. Let's go ahead and just click on, let's just for oddball reason, click on 4 days. It starts to go down once again. Let me click over to English, translate it. And it starts to go down, I believe, on like the 29th. Yeah. So look at this. So literally, if you buy 4 days starting the 29th, it goes from 321 euros here, and it drops all the way down to 4. So, So if you are skiing late March, the prices drop, right? So you can't buy it. Obviously, Monday's already done. 25th, if you started it here, 333 euros. Let me just kind of show you here. So again, the accessible areas are right here in front of you. You have a lot of action. You can do the observatory, you can do the train, the cable car, the tramway, Les Ouches, Saint-Gervais, Glacier, Domaine Avantion, Mont Blanc. I did that. Alley and the Skyway. Don't know what those are, but we've done Les Ouches. We are going to be doing Glacier probably tomorrow. I'm just kind of determining where I want to be. Transportation, let me see here. Benefits. Oh, you get a cinema, 6 per screening instead of 950. Immerse 4D, 1 screening of access point, access to Charm Val swimming pool, ice rink, museums, 1 activity per day. That's like the Richard Bonson gym. I just haven't been able to get over there. Digital experience, access to Crans Montoya, 1 free day, but my Epic local pass from Colorado, not from Colorado, but the one I use in Colorado gives me that mountain as well. So no need to do that. But pretty cool that it does give you the access to museums, ice rink, pool, etc. So just looking at that, considering if you started in March 29th for 4 days, it's only going to be 173.40 euros. So I'm going to try to stack it. I don't know what the charge again for the ice caves is separately, but I'll get you some information over that. I'm just trying to log in to get my discount code to go to Italy tomorrow and then come back. And that would be March 25th. 26th is my birthday. I might do the ice caves or observatory on my birthday, but I don't want to waste a day of snowboarding either. So I definitely would like to hit the slopes as well. Do it all and take advantage of the pass, or scratch a day of snowboarding, take advantage of the pass, do the ice caves, do Aju de Midi. It didn't say anything about the ice caves, but I'm pretty sure you do get the ice caves, and it might be one of these right here. I'm just, I think I'm pretty sure. Train, Mer du Glacier train. Yeah, I think that's it. Ice cave right here. Matures Mer de Glace. cable car, ice cave, and yeah, so the pass gives you all access to those. So I'm going to try to take advantage of it. If I'm going all the way to Italy, I might just bang out like 3 hours over there, get some footage, and then come back and try to maybe get at least one of these things like the ice caves done in the afternoon. I'm going to do a little bit of research and figure that out. I kind of spaced on that one, or I potentially should have skied somewhere closer instead of Sumptuous for 2 days and did the ice caves. I wasn't thinking properly with utilizing my pass. Once my pass expires, I won't ski anymore around here. I will then strictly just go to Switzerland, or if I really want to go back to a mountain, I'll buy a day. Not that big of a deal, just for the day or for like 4 hours or something like that. So anywho, some cool little benefits there, definitely cheaper. I'm gonna log in, see if I can find that discount code for the Italian tolls heading through the tunnel. All right, I set up an account when I bought my pass. And so you just log in with the Mont Blanc Natural Resort.com. So I can book my reservation for Ajul du Midi right here for free. I can do the tramway right here and I can book that. And once you're logged in, you wanna go to booklet offers down below in the menu section to the left. And then it's gonna pull up some of the booklet offers here. And it says including in your pass, all this fun stuff here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and hit on down here, and there's your cinema. These are just some offers like 10% discount at the spa there, 1 free appetizer at that place. So 50% discount at Migvi, but you already get that. 40% discount at Sailor Sports. So this is maybe for people that maybe your friends are with you and they don't have the pass, they can get some discounts. And so this is the one that also is included with my Epic Local Pass, as well as Crans Montoya. Okay, Grok AI says that there is a thing on the website, but I'm not seeing anything. I actually Googled this one. Typically it's 100% correct, but I actually Googled and found the actual PDF download for the tunnel for the Mont Blanc Unlimited. So it's available from 2-day pass to annual, including 5-day packs. So what you do is tickets can be bought at any Tunnel du Mont Blanc cash desk. Upon presentation of your valid lift pass plus proof of purchase. So screenshot your email so you're not, like going in your email and not having internet reception inside the tunnel. So the discount here, they're going to check the validity of it, and then they want to see a proof of purchase. So tickets must be bought from December 1st to May 31st, 1 day, but unlimited number of tickets for the season. Special rates apply. Special rate for single way. Present your lift pass at the cash desk, which is, right there in the front of the tunnel. You're going to pull up to them with document evidence and online purchase. So you're going to physically show them your Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass. Let me cover up my number. So I'm going to show them this, and then I'm going to show them the screenshot of proof of purchase with the QR code. And if there's any other information, I did print it out as well at home, and it has all that information on it. So I'll do the screenshot and the printed just in case. And what that should do is that should knock that down quite a bit. I think at least 50% going into Italy. So according to Grok on, Twitter's AI, it says you have to register on their website like 24 hours in advance before you go. But this says this is their actual website. It says you literally just roll up to the cash booth, present your pass with proof, and they'll knock that charge down. Worst case scenario, I'll be a guinea pig regarding this, but I will let you know. So down here, there is some fine print. And I thought to myself, I was like, okay, but no, if you purchase your pass online, they say to wait 1 hour before you do go so that their systems can kind of communicate together. Because what the toll person's going to do, he's going to look up your pass. I bought this quite a while ago, like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago or something like that. So there's plenty of time. But if you just bought your pass online, they say to give it about an hour. So like, let's say I'm sitting here, in the morning, I'm like, I want to go to Italy. Okay. And then I bought my pass. Instead of rushing out the door and heading straight there, give yourself a little bit of time so their communications can be communicated with their computers. That way they can know. So it says, please note, after making your purchase, if you want to go to Italy the same day, please wait 1 hour so the Mont Blanc tunnel and the Corriere ski area can retrieve information about your lift pass. So I don't see anything about registering it in your advantages. I don't see anything regarding that. So we're going to go ahead and go off this information, and worst case scenario, if I don't get the discount, I can either choose to either pay full price, which is actually pretty pricey. It depends on what time of year. It's kind of vague on what the price is, but if you don't have the discount, it could be like 100 euros round trip. It depends on the class of the vehicle as well. So I'm going to keep you posted on this as well. And it's an adventure, and you're going to pay a little bit more, but you're going to go ski the Italian Alps and have that on your resume for skiing. I'm going to dig around a few minutes more, but I think we're all set, ready for tomorrow. Okay, so after looking at this a little bit on their actual website once again, also, they state all the, so Grok is wrong regarding registering unless they just changed it. So coming under what I read earlier about the accessible areas, transportation benefits, ice skating, etc., you look right here for transportation. Let's go ahead and enlarge that. So right here it says Mont Blanc Tunnel, preferable rate on one-way trips, winter only. So one-way trips, you're going to have to just pay one way. It doesn't say anything about reservations or anything like that. So I think we're good. And correction, the Epic Local Pass doesn't include this mountain, but the Epic Pass, that's unrestricted dates, does include this Italian mountain. So you definitely need to have that QR code, even if you have an Epic Local Pass, so that they can scan that QR for your free lift ticket for this mountain when you get to the ticket window. So have a screenshot of that just in case you don't have internet. And I'm going to do that. And we're going to pray that we can get through that toll booth with that nice discount.